Kia ora, Nikki, Kiyimba here. If you don't already know me, I'm one of the educators at BTI and I'm also a clinical psychologist. So I'm going to be talking to you about mindfulness. Mindfulness has got a really good research evidence base for helping people with depression, anxiety and PTSD. So it seems like a really good thing, if you haven't learnt mindfulness before, that this is a good time perhaps to have a go and see if it helps. So I thought I'd start with one of the basic principles of mindfulness, which is about being present. The trouble with when you have lots of thoughts whizzing around in your mind is that you can be thinking about the past and worrying about the future and not always being present physically. Your thoughts are just so whizzing around inside your head that all of your attention is focused on what's going on up here. And you don't always pay attention to what you're feeling in your body, what you're noticing in your environment around you. And so mindfulness is a way, when those thoughts pop into your head that you don't really want to be there, that have just kind of jumped in on their own, to start to take control over what's going on in your mind and saying, I choose to focus on something else, and I choose to let those thoughts just drift away, just for now, just for a few minutes, so you can give yourself a little bit of a break and help your nervous system to calm down. So what we do in mindfulness is we pay attention to something on purpose in a particular way. So today I thought we'd start by paying attention to something just around you in your natural environment. So for me, I've got some lovely trees near where I live. So here's a beautiful grove of avocado trees, just with a bit of evening sun peeping through. And I thought we could just practice by thinking, right, if I put my attention on some avocados growing, some leaves blowing in the breeze, some little bits of sunshine just peeping through in those gaps. And every time something else pops into my head and I have a thought, I'm going to practice saying, oh, I've noticed I've had a thought. I'm going to let go of that thought and bring my attention back to the thing in front of me that I've chosen to put my attention on, which right at the moment is just simply looking at the avocados hanging on the tree. And that's the first basic principle of mindfulness. Every time your mind wanders away or something pops into your mind, you bring it back gently and compassionately and say, just for this moment, I'm just going to give my attention to what's in front of me, which is this avocado, or this person I'm having a conversation with, or this washing up that I'm doing, or this shower that I'm having, or this apple that I'm eating. Whatever it is that you're doing, you don't have to do anything special or different from your normal life. Mindfulness is just about paying attention to what you ordinarily do, but in a particular way, so you're giving your full attention to it and taking your mind off all those worry thoughts and just noticing what it is about the thing that you're doing or looking at right now that you hadn't noticed before or you hadn't given your full attention to. Why don't you have a go wherever you are?